Hi guys, I'm a forester here with a quick channel update. I'm not going to drag this out. I'm just going to tell you where I've been because I've been AWOL from YouTube for the past week and a half or so. But it all started last Saturday. I'm a big to-do list type of guy, so I get up in the morning, every morning of the week, make my to-do list for what I want to accomplish that week. Then I work my way down that list. That's how it was last Saturday. I started out with working in the yard. I got all my mowing done, and the next thing on my list to do was prune this lower pedalum hedge. Now this is just one part of it. It wraps around in both directions. It goes around a parking spot in my driveway. So this hedge has been getting taller and taller. I'm trying to keep it from getting any taller, and I've actually considered pruning it back a foot or two to try to make it easier to prune. But what I have to do is do the sides first and then bring out this ladder, get up to, basically I don't stand on the very top, but get up to one of the top two steps and then try to reach the top of the hedge to prune with a fairly short hedge pruner. Probably need some other equipment. Well, that's what I was doing last Saturday when I did my best Greg Louganis impression of a backward dive. So I was standing on that step right there, I believe, when I realized I was losing my balance and leaning backwards and I was going to fall. I tried to take a quick step or two down before I fell so that I would at least be falling from a lower step. I don't know if I hit those steps or not, but I basically landed flat on my back, but with more pressure on my left-hand side. The landing wasn't anything to brag about. I thought I had broken my left shoulder. My wife was in the yard, she came running around, and I laid there until I was pretty sure that I had not hurt my shoulder. It was in pain, but I didn't feel like it was broken. So I got up. I actually was not in enough pain to stop working, so I cleaned up. I put up my tools, cleaned up the clippings, put them in the truck, and then I quit and went in the house. So I tried to make a doctor's appointment because the next day on Sunday the pain really started, and it was in the center of my back, my lower back. The pain kept getting worse and worse until by Monday evening it was probably at its worst, but I could not get in to see the doctor, my doctor, that quickly. So the earliest I could get in to see him was Wednesday around noon. So I managed with using ice packs on my back. That helped a little bit, and also taking Advil. So I managed to get through that period, went into the doctor. He was more concerned about a fractured hip than anything, because actually by then the pain had moved from the center of my back over to my left hip. It was migrating around a little bit and going out into my hip. Don't know if that tells anything, but anyway, that's what the pain was doing. So he was concerned about a fractured hip, sent me for x-rays, and also prescribed 3 medications. So I'm on pain meds, I'm on muscle relaxers, and also steroids. And of interest, he said that the steroid that I'm on is being used over in Britain for COVID-19. So I thought that was interesting. I'm covered for whatever I did to myself plus COVID-19 right now, I guess. So I think the plan is, the x-rays did not show a fracture, but there was enough swelling to where they wanted to get that swelling down and then maybe redo the x-rays or take another step on a MRI to see in more detail maybe what's going on. So anyway, that's my health situation and why I've been AWOL. I did want to tell you that I've got plenty of upcoming videos in mind. I wanted to ask to comment below on what videos you're interested in seeing next. So I have had somebody reach out to me and say, we'd like to see an EDC video. You haven't made one in a while. And I do have a new EDC item that I'm using. I started last Sunday or so, and it's my father-in-law, the Marine's cane that he used later in his life. When he passed away, there were 2 canes that were left here at our house, and this one is coming in handy. I can walk just fine. right now, but the cane comes in handy when I'm going down steps, bending over, and particularly when I'm standing up, so I can take the pressure off my back. Because what happens is, if I don't use the cane and I try to stand up without it, it really starts that pain cycle over again. So I will make an EDC video, and I'll make one of those fairly quickly. I have a holster, a special holster on order that I think you'll like to see. It's in the mail right now, and it's supposed to get here early next week. So I'll wait to make an EDC video until after I've carried that holster for a while. But I will show you the holster when it does come in. I also have a pen that I haven't reviewed, and it's this one right here, this Platinum 3776. I've enjoyed using it. I already made a video about the ordering process, but I haven't reviewed the pen. So I'll do that in an upcoming video. I have a coffee that a family friend donated to the cause, and I'm eager to try that out. It's from Brazil, and so I'll try that coffee out for you and let you know what I think about that. And then finally, I wanted to do more knife videos. Now, I'm not into purchasing a lot of knives right now, as you probably know. I only purchase one every few months, if that. And so I thought what I might do, some of my knives, some of you have asked how many knives I have in my collection. I honestly don't know. I don't have a huge collection, but I have never sat down and actually counted them. I thought what I might do, if there's interest in it, is once a week or on a regular basis, review a segment of my knife collection. So the very first one I would do, I'm pretty sure, is a overview, or it's not going to be a technical review, but just to look, a show and tell of my Spyderco Sage collection. That one in particular, because I have all the Spyderco Sages that have been released. And I don't hear that any more are going to be released, so I think it's a pretty full collection. I'll show those, and then I'll move on down to, say, gentleman folders, maybe some older traditional knives, and work my way through the collection. By the end of that series, you'll see my whole knife collection, and I'll leave it up to you to actually count them. But anyway, that's what I have in mind. If you wouldn't mind, comment below which ones you would like to see first or next, and I'll go ahead and make that video, and how much interest you would have in seeing that series of knife videos. You probably have already seen all of those knives before, but this would be a way of seeing the whole collection over a series of weeks. All right, that's where the channel stands right now. I don't know that how much I'll get done today, but I have made my to-do list, and I'll start working on it. Y'all take care.